These machines walk, lift, see, and listen. Now America has slammed the door on new foreign-built humanoid robots. China is the giant in its path. Banned. Previously approved models stay on the market. New ones need national security approval before they can enter. Washington warns they could surveil Americans, send data out, or be commandeered remotely. But this fight is bigger. Who controls the workers of the future? First, the headline needs one important correction. On July 28, 2026, the Federal Communications Commission added foreign-produced advanced robotic devices to its covered list. That prevents covered equipment from receiving the authorization most electronic products need before they can be imported, marketed, or sold in the United States. But America did not order every Chinese robot off American soil. The restriction applies mainly to new models that had not already been authorized. Previously approved robots can still be sold, imported, and used. A separate waiver allows security and compatibility updates. Manufacturers can also seek conditional approval after a national security review. Legally, this is not a China-only rule. It covers qualifying foreign-produced mobile robots, regardless of where the company is headquartered. China stands in the center of the blast zone because it dominates the emerging humanoid market. The definition is wider than the headlines suggest. It includes humanoids, quadrupeds, and other mobile machines that sense their environment, connect to a network, and move under software or remote control. It may even capture some advanced robot vacuums. Fixed industrial arms, medical devices, aircraft, and connected cars are excluded. So why would a communications regulator care about a machine with legs? Because a modern humanoid is not just a machine. It is a mobile sensor platform with muscles. Many models use cameras, depth sensors, microphones, and mapping systems. They connect through Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, cellular networks, or the cloud. Their software can collect data, receive updates, and accept remote commands. Unlike a phone or a security camera, a robot can physically act on what it sees. Inside a factory, it may observe the layout, machinery, production flow, employee movements, access points, and daily routines. Inside a laboratory, hospital, or home, the information becomes even more sensitive. That changes the meaning of a cyber attack. A compromised laptop can leak files. A compromised robot can leak files, map the building, watch the people inside it, and then move. The official warning is direct. A White House-convened group concluded that networked robots create attack paths capable of manipulating their data and physical operation. The FCC said collected information could be used to surveil Americans, improve foreign intelligence, or remotely commandeer the machines. That does not prove every Chinese robot is spying. The government has not shown that every foreign model is secretly controlled by Beijing. This is a risk determination, not a conviction against every machine. But the threat is not purely theoretical. In 2025, researchers disclosed a serious flaw affecting several unitary robots, including the G1 and H1 humanoids. Through their Bluetooth-based Wi-Fi setup, an attacker within range could inject commands and obtain route-level control. Researchers warned that one compromised robot could spread the attack to vulnerable units nearby. A separate security assessment of the unitary G1 reported persistent transmissions of audio, visual, spatial, and actuator information to external servers without clear user notification. Unitary later said it had completed most of the fixes and was preparing updates. These findings do not prove government-directed espionage. They show that when cameras, microphones, wireless connections, cloud services, and powerful motors share one body, software weaknesses can become physical security weaknesses. And this is where the story stops being only about cybersecurity. China accounted for more than 80% of the roughly 16,000 humanoid robots installed worldwide in 2025. Unitary and Agibot each shipped more than 5,000. Those numbers are still small, but the direction is unmistakable. The deeper advantage sits inside China's factories. In 2024, China installed about 295,000 industrial robots. The United States installed roughly 34,000. China had more than 2 million factory robots in operation, about 5 times the American total, and domestic suppliers captured a majority of its market for the first time. Industrial arms are not humanoids, but the same manufacturing ecosystem matters. Motors, joints, gearboxes, batteries, sensors, chips, machine tools, software, suppliers, technicians, and factories capable of producing complex hardware at scale. China is no longer only the factory of the world. It is trying to become the factory that builds the world's robotic workers. Scale creates another advantage: data. A humanoid improves through failures, missed grips, reflective surfaces, unfamiliar objects, narrow spaces, and human interruptions. Every deployed robot can generate training data. More robots can mean better models. Better models can lower costs. Lower costs can put more robots into the field. That is the flywheel both countries are racing to control. But ignore the viral dance videos for a moment. Humanoids are not ready to replace humanity. At China's Robot Half Marathon in 2025, every machine was remotely controlled. In the 2026 event, only about 40% were expected to navigate autonomously. Training footage still showed robots falling and crashing, while battery life and rough terrain remain major tests. Dexterity, perception, reliability, and artificial intelligence remain major barriers. Many humanoids are still used for research, demonstrations, entertainment, or narrow repetitive tasks. Performing a chore once on stage is different from completing it safely, every hour beside human workers. So the immediate threat is not millions of jobs disappearing next month. The strategic threat is that one country could reach useful, affordable, robotic labour first. A machine does not need to think like a human to change a factory. It only needs to perform one valuable task reliably, for long hours, at a cost the competition cannot match. That could raise productivity, remove people from dangerous work, and ease labour shortages. It could also reduce demand for repetitive roles and concentrate the gains among those best prepared. Previous automation did not erase employment everywhere. It created work in engineering, integration, maintenance, logistics, and services. But the benefits were uneven, and some workers and regions absorbed far more disruption than others. Humanoids could repeat that pattern faster. For America, this creates a brutal trade-off. Blocking new foreign models may protect sensitive facilities, force stronger security reviews, and give American manufacturers room to scale. It may also raise costs for universities and startups using affordable Chinese hardware. A wall can protect an industry. It can also separate that industry from the fastest moving part of the market. China does not need the United States to keep developing. It has a vast manufacturing base, government support, large-scale data collection, and customers across the world. The restriction may close one valuable market. It will not stop China's robot industry. Beijing calls the measure discriminatory and has threatened retaliation. Washington calls it national security and economic survival. Both descriptions reveal the same truth. These machines are becoming strategic infrastructure. The country that supplies the robots may influence their technical standards, cloud connections, update systems, replacement parts, and the data used to train them. Dependence on foreign robotic labour could eventually look less like buying a machine and more like renting part of your industrial capacity from another country. That is what America is really trying to prevent. This is not a ban caused by one camera, one software flaw, or one frightening video. It is an attempt to draw a border around the physical layer of artificial intelligence before that layer becomes impossible to replace. China is betting that production scale will win. America is betting that security and domestic manufacturing are worth losing some speed. One of those bets will shape where factories are built, which workers gain leverage, whose standards become global, and who controls the machines performing the world's physical labour. The humanoid robot race is no longer a technology demonstration. It is a struggle over power, work, and the operating system of the real world. And the first border has just been drawn. If you want to see the hidden system shaping money, power, and the future, subscribe to ERDILAY.